Hey guys, 420 Scene here on this Sunday morning. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving holiday with good people, lots of food, and lots of football. We had some good NFL action over the holiday break. Before we get into today's video, we have a giveaway. As you guys can see, this is a giveaway announcement that we've made over on Discord. And I think I mentioned it in the last video, but we're going to be giving away a half-pound, quarter-pound, and 1 ounce stainless steel C-Vault canisters to 3 winners, thanks to our friends at Bavita. All you got to do to enter is follow us and subscribe to us over on Twitch. You got to be both followed and subscribed though. And if you have Amazon Prime, just link your free Twitch Prime subscription and you pretty much just entered the giveaway for free. Now, I mean, just think about it, right? You're getting over $150 worth of high quality C-Vault canisters that you're going to have for life. I mean, it's a no-brainer. My Twitch is going to be right down below in the description and at the pinned comment. So we go live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern if you want to hang out with me. We usually stream High Round, Cursed Mode, COD Zombies, Battlefield, or Dead by Daylight usually. And it's always a good time hanging out and getting baked with you guys. So come and hang out, chill with us, and get in on this giveaway. We're going to be having a lot more giveaways on Twitch as well, so as long as you're following and subscribed, hey, you're automatically in. Also, be sure to join our Discord. I'm going to have a brand new link in the description and at the pinned comment. And if you're watching this video like a few weeks or a few months later and the link expired, I'm sure I'm going to have a brand new link in the newer video. Alright, so now that we got all the announcements out of the way, today we're going to be talking about overwatering and underwatering, because I feel like a lot of people are still having issues with that, so I'm going to try to help you out the best way I can. Plus, a lot of the older videos that you would have been watching got deleted, so I'm just kind of making a lot of these videos again. There's a lot of things when it comes to watering that beginners don't consider, which is perfectly fine because you're still new at this. You're a beginner for a reason, right? Your watering practices, they're going to fluctuate every run because every plant needs a certain amount of light and nutrition, and depending on their feeding habits and their stage of growth, you might have to tweak your watering practices every once in a while. It's never just, you know, it's never going to, you're never just going to be on a schedule and that's just the way it's going to be. Sometimes it's going to be because of you, and other times it's going to be because of your plants. All right, so like for example, if you have high powered lights or oscillating floor fans, you're going to be watering a lot more frequently, right? It's going to be drying up a lot easier. That's something you're going to be able to control because you're the one that went out and bought the high powered lights and you hooked up, you set up the floor fans. So that's going to play a role when it comes to your watering practices. And then there's your plants. That's going to also determine how much you should be watering and how frequently based on the feeding habits. So there's a lot of different variables that go into when you should be watering and how often. As I said for many years, when your topsoil starts drying out, if your plants are still happy, then just let it stay dry for just a little bit. Not too long though. You want to try and manipulate your plant's roots to keep stretching, which does promote growth. Now, there's a fine line between manipulating root growth and just letting your plant sit there with no water. This takes time and practice to figure out. Now, eventually, you're just kind of figure it out. Like one day you can be like, okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, this is what I need to back off. If your leaves have that curling down action where the leaves they're like curving like a fist kinda, and you're experiencing slow growth, you're either overwatering or you don't have enough drainage in your soil and water is just kind of chilling, waiting for anaerobic conditions to just straight up wreck your growth. So if this happens, stop watering. Let your stuff dry out before you nail them with more water. And I feel like the issues many new growers have is, if I can't see it, then it must not be there mentality. Now, when you're overwatering, it's sort of the same thing as underwatering in the sense that your plants won't be able to utilize the nutrients that they do have. Obviously, if you're overwatering and you have slow growth, they're not able to access those nutrients, and then you're going to start getting deficiencies, and then you're going to think that you're lacking in something, and then you'll try to fix the existing problem by adding to the existing problem. My recommendation is, when it is time to water, you obviously hit them with water and then pay attention to the angles of your leaves. Now, if they're praying and the leaves are sitting up right after a few hours, they're happy. You don't need to do anything at this point. Now, I know some of you, when you finish watering, all of a sudden a half hour later, they just look super droopy. Guys, just let nature take its course. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a couple hours, for it to dry out a little bit before you kind of make that determination of like, oh, dude, I fucked up. You didn't screw up. That's just nature. It just kind of happens. When the leaves do start sitting at a lower position, that's when it's going to be time to water again. That's them telling you that they need water. And the biggest tip, the biggest thing that I can be telling you is to pay attention to what your plants want, because they are telling you every single day if they need something, whether it's through a deficiency or whether they need water or whether the soil is too cold. They're always going to be giving you signs of what you need to do or what you shouldn't be doing. Like if they're looking happy and healthy, then you don't need to be doing shit. Now, I know a lot of my tips, some people might look at it as stupid easy, but hey, if it was that stupid easy, nobody would be making these mistakes. But a lot of you guys are making these mistakes, so here we are. Growing itself does not need to be hard. When I first started, I overcomplicated things all the time. You just need a lot of the basic and intermediate stuff that you'll always have really good flowers. See, I'm here to give it to you straight. You don't need to be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You just need to be doing what's necessary. Now, when you're underwatering your plants, the leaves are not going to be curling like a fist the way they would when you're overwatering. That's not going to happen. You're going to get something a little bit different. They're going to start to look more limpy. So instead of having that claw action, you guys ever see Liar Liar? Anyway, so instead of having that claw, it's just literally just going to droop down like this. That's how you know they're thirsty. So there's a big difference between overwatering and underwatering as far as what the leaves are looking like and what the plant, like what signs the plants are going to be giving you. I know to a beginner it might look the same, but as you start getting through this, as you get through a couple of runs, you're going to start to notice, oh wow, this is what Cena's talking about. Okay, exactly. So if you're overwatering, they're going to have that curl to them like a fist, and then when you're underwatering, they're just going to look limp and lifeless. I mean, it's really that simple. Might not be simple right now, but a couple years from now, you can come back to this video and be like, wow, man, Scene really made it look simple. It really is that simple. Before I close off today's video, be sure to join our new Discord and Twitch, especially if you want to get on that Sea Vault giveaway and all the other giveaways that we're going to be having in the future. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I'll see you later.